My name is Natea Rose, and I'm on here today because I want to talk about chronic illness, or if you're living with multiple chronic illnesses, or if you're just a differently abled person, whatever you're coming to the table with. If you have struggled to be in your body and have struggled with pain and exhaustion and debilitating symptoms, this is your safe space. Brief disclaimer, I am not a medical health professional, I'm not a doctor. I am simply a long-term patient who has been living with multiple chronic illnesses for the better part of my life now. And I want to talk about it because we need to be talking about it. There need to be spaces where we can come on the days where we feel like crap. And really what I just want to do with this video is write you a little love letter and tell you things that I wish somebody had told me in case nobody's told you. And to start off, I'm going to ask you to stop punishing yourself for all of the things you can't do, for all the ways in which you can't keep up. And I know that's not small, because we are taught to believe that we just throw back another coffee, take more pain medication. I am by no means telling you to stop taking medication that you need to get through the day. Don't do that. To do what you need to do, use the tools that you have. What I am asking you to do, and I know that, again, I know this is hard, but to stop numbing out, because your body is asking for your attention and things are hard. And I am so sorry that was put in the hand of the cards that you were dealt. And, at least in my experience, looking at my body as if it were the problem and beating myself up for not being able to do XYZ, especially like as a fairly young person, not being able to keep up with the people around me who are off being very physically active, traveling, working a 9-to-5 job. Those are things that I really struggle with. And I have lost months and years of my life to illness, to debilitating pain, to fatigue, and a whole host of other unpleasant symptoms. And if that's what you're going through, I get it. And I just want you to know that you're not alone. And treating your body as if it's your enemy is not the answer. Because every time you feel pain or discomfort, in my experience, which is all I am here to offer, so please, if this doesn't resonate for you, leave it. That is totally fine. Shoot, what was I saying? Sorry, like I said, new to this, but just stop punishing yourself, please. Stop punishing your body, please. It is not the problem, it is the answer. You have genetic codes that you were born into this life with that you can't alter, or something happened that drastically altered the course of your life. You can't change any of that. And railing against it and fighting against it and being angry or letting yourself sink into that feeling of hopelessness, baby, that's not going to get you anywhere. And it is probably really ouchy to hear that. I know if somebody had said that to me a year ago, ooh, I'd have been so mad, because how dare you poke at my coping mechanisms? How dare you tell me that the only way that I've been getting through this is wrong? Valid. Feel that anger. And I am here to lightly suggest that there is another way. You don't have to be a prisoner in your own body. That is a story that you are choosing to tell yourself. And I say that as somebody who has sometimes spent months without the strength to be upright for more than a few hours at a time. So yes, I do understand. And yes, it does suck. And no, I don't know what you're coming to the table with. And you may have it way worse than I do. But all you can change when this is, for better or for worse, what you have to work with, all you can change is how you choose to respond to it. I can either wake up, realize that I'm in pain, and that it is probably going to be a really shitty day. I'm gonna swear. I can either get angry or I can get really sad, and I can sink way down into self-pity and let myself feel like crap. Or I can take a beat and I can sit and pause and be like, okay, for whatever reason, and oftentimes we don't know why we feel worse on some days than others. For whatever reason today, I feel really bad. What can I do to make myself easier? And then listen. If you can take the day off, do that. I know not everybody's in a position to do that. But finding little ways to build rest into your day by saying no to things that you know you can't do or things that you know are going to make you feel so much worse later. Asking people, and this is the real one, this is one I struggled with for a long time and still do, asking people for help. Telling them, hey, I can't do this today. I am in pain. I am exhausted. And no, not everybody's going to meet that with compassion. And I'm sorry, and it sucks. And there will be people who do. But fighting does not have to look like turning every ounce of strength and resource you have inward and battering yourself. Fighting can look like showing up as you are every day, as messy as you may be. Being like, this is what I'm coming with to the table today, and this is what I need. Are you able or willing to help me? And if the answer is no, on to the next person. Some days there are going to be no people. Some days you are just going to have to really be your own advocate and your own best friend. And it's going to feel lonely. Like, chronic illness is isolating. It is an incredibly isolating experience. But it will feel so much less so if you use your voice and the energy and whatever you do have in you that day, whatever fire that you've got in you, direct it outward. Fight for yourself. Show up for yourself. It does make everything so much better. Truly. Beating ourselves up for not being able to match the pace of what is a broken society that is hell-bent on productivity and your worth being entirely caught up in what you can do, you're feeding into a broken system, and a system that is going to continue to break your body. So, stop. And no, it is not simple. It is not that cut and dry. I'm well aware. So let's focus on what we can do. Build yourself disaster day kits. Like, when everything goes as wrong as it possibly can. Okay, I have preset snacks, meals, food that I know that I can eat that aren't going to make me feel bad. I have my medication or the tools that help me feel as good in my body as I can on hand. I have comfortable clothing. I have, if you need a heating pad, have a heating pad. If you need ice, have ice. Like, just have all of the tools that you can on hand. Make your home into your refuge, your sanctuary. Focus on giving yourself as much care and love as you can. And what that is really going to do, this is the greatest gift that I didn't know that this was a side effect. the more that you show up for yourself, the more that people will start to show up for you too. Because you do teach others how to treat you. And that is going to maybe mean saying goodbye to people. And that's going to suck. Because they don't know how to show up for you in the way that you need. And if you ask them, hey, I can't today, can you slow down with me? They're not going to want to. And it hurts. And ultimately, you are both agents of free will, and that's your choice. But what you can do is, in those moments, continue to show up for yourself and continue to lean on the people who love you, who will show up for you too. So, give your body grace. Give your body space to just be what it is. Because it is so fucking beautiful. And that's all I want for you, is to find peace in this life that you have, and to find joy and to cultivate it in as small as a moment as sometimes it is, and in the really big stuff. But there are ways that you can make this easier on yourself if you are willing to try. That's, ooh, another light bulb just turned on. I know what it is to be stuck in self-pity. I know what it is to be stuck in self-loathing. And I know how hard it is to dig yourself out. But let me tell you, once you do, ooh, baby, is it so worth it. You're not behind. You're not failing. You are not broken. You are not a burden. You are a person. You are one of billions of people, all of whom are built differently. Yes, you are built maybe a little bit more differently than others. That does not make you any less deserving of love and care and genuine attention and affection and having your needs met. I promise you, you really can have that life. It is absolutely possible. So, with that being said, I hope that this helped someone in any sort of capacity. And if nothing else, this is me showing up for myself. So, I'm pretty okay with that too. Anyways, I hope, whoever you are, that you're having a very good day, and that this gave you a soft place to land for a little bit. And I think that's all I have. I'll see you next time.